Howdy y'all. I'm just going to have a little quick word with y'all about story time. Now, we have finished this book. We've read every story in it. I'm going to run through them real quick to just kind of remind us all the stories that were in this wonderful book. These are not necessarily in order, and you can find all of these stories presented on my Storytime playlist on my channel. So, in this book, we shared together the stories The Rabbit's Bride, 6 Soldiers of Fortune, Clever Gretel, Hans in Luck, The Goose Girl, The Frog Prince, Cat and Mouse in Partnership, The Wolf and the 7 Little Goats, Faithful John, Rapunzel, The 3 Little Men in the Wood, The 3 Spinsters, Hansel and Gretel, The White Snake, The Fisherman and His Wife, The Gallant Tailor, Aschenputtel, Mother Hulda, Little Red Riding Hood, The Bremen Town Musicians, Prudent Hans, Clever Elsie, Tom Thumb and Tom Thumb's Travels, The Elves, The 6 Swans, The Sleeping Beauty, King Thrushbeard, Snow White, Rumpelstiltskin, The Golden Bird, and The Golden Goose. Those were all the stories that were in this book, and we have shared them all together. So I thank you for joining me, and I was so happy to share this book with you. It's one of my very favorites. But now we have a decision to make. Since we've already enjoyed all those stories, we can choose between more Grimm's Fairy Tales. This is the complete Grimm's Fairy Tales, and without reading duplicates of this one, I can still find dozens and dozens of wonderful Grimm's Fairy Tales in this giant volume. So we can continue with the Grimm's Fairy Tales, or we can start on Andersen's Fairy Tales. They have a bit of a different flavor to them than the Grimm Tales, but they're all very interesting and very good. So, if you're watching this, then I'm sure you've probably enjoyed many of these tales, and I would definitely love your opinion on which book we should read next. Would you like to hear more of the Grimm's Fairy Tales, or would you like to hear Andersen's Fairy Tales? So let me know down in the comments what your choice is. And I thank you so much for joining me on the Story Times. And as always, I welcome long and detailed discussions of all of the fairy tales that I present on my channel. I love talking about them. I love fairy tales, and I hope you enjoy them as much as I do. So thanks for joining me, and until next time, y'all be sweet.